never seem to be enough. Good things fade too easy. Shadows never rest. Start sorting out what fades away. Things that stand the test. Carry me just like a lead to the sea. Oh, deliver me. The days come down to a pile of stories scattered on the ground. When you're dancing on the high wire, you don't dare to look down. Running around on the spinning wheel with your cards close to your chest. Sorting out what fades away. Things that stand the test. Time, oh time, flow on like a river. Carry me just like a lead to the sea. Oh, deliver me. The rich man's got it easy. The poor man's got to be tough. The fight for love and glory never seems to be enough. Good things fade too easy. Shadows never rest. Start sorting out what fades away. Things that stand the test. Start sorting out what fades away. Things that stand the test. Sorting out what fades away. Things that stand the test. The world is gonna take its toll on you and all of your stuff. Just when you think you're getting over, time and circumstance will call your bluff and leave you out there on the edge of the world, feeling the zen. Sound of one hand clapping, no way out, and what then? Rich man got it easy, and a poor man's got to be tough. To fight for love and glory never seem to be enough. Good things fade too easy. Shadows never rest. Start sorting out what fades away. Things that stand the test. Time, oh time, flow on like a river. Carry me just like a lead to the sea. Oh, deliver me. on the high wire. You don't dare to look down. You're running around on the spinning wheel with your cards close to your chest. Sorting out what fades away, things that stand the test. Time, oh time, flow on like a river. Carry me just like a leaf to the sea. Oh, deliver me. Rich man's got it easy, and the poor man's got to be tough. The fight for love and glory never seems to be enough. Good things fade too easy. The shadows never rest.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Ghastly Samus from the Rounding Off Infinity Gaming channel on YouTube, as well as the E2KG Network podcasting channel on YouTube, back with another episode of the Replication Anecdotes. This is episode number 435 for Monday, the 5th of August, in this year of our gaming, 2019. We're going to be getting things a little down and dirty tonight, getting into some World of Warships on the PC. Again, I am in my getting ready to move configuration, so the variety of things that I have to bring to bear in terms of both games and hardware and platforms is a little bit constrained right now. So pretty much for the next at least 30, probably 4 to 6 weeks, we'll be playing exclusively on the PC, and I'll always be playing as long as it holds up. Oh crap, hold on. Yeah, as long as it holds up for my Acer Predator Helios 300 gaming laptop. I just said, oh crap, because the lid was open and I usually run with it closed. But tonight I'm a little more dedicated to maybe grinding it out a little bit more. Oh, look at that. You got some doubloons in World of Warships, because I'm starting to kind of see a little bit, or I'm starting to be, satisfied at least by the sheer grind of things. I bailed last night because I was kind of wanting to get into some of the more in-depth feel of Star Citizen. But just as I was getting ready to bounce to do that, I started hitting a lot more unlocks in World of Warships, and I was like, I think I'm starting to kind of get the vibe and the buzz for this now. Matches are fairly short, so that kind of keeps things moving, which I hadn't really glommed onto in the first couple of nights playing. This is segment 3 of a 4-part arc, by the way, so we'll play tonight, and then tomorrow night will be the last session of this before we kick over to something else. If I'm not mistaken, we're going to be moving on, going back to the Division 2 on PC from here. Might still be mixing in some Star Citizen along with it. But I need to do just a couple remaining pre-flight checks just to verify that I do have good voiceover commentary coming out in the live stream. And then hopefully shouldn't have to farkle with audio mix balance too much tonight, because I'm using the Go XLR mixer, and I think the dials are pretty much set where I left them last night, so hopefully not too much has changed. But as I mentioned, let's go ahead and get those final pre-flight checks done. Estimated flight time tonight is going to be about 3 hours for the live stream. From wheels up to wheels down. So sit back and relax. Like I said, we're going to get these pre-flight checks done, and then we're going to get rolling here. So, So can we get a verification that we got good voiceover commentary coming out on the live stream? Can I get verification that I've got good voiceover commentary coming out on the live stream? Hey, Unspoken Dawning, thanks for that verification. I do appreciate it. Thanks so much for swinging through the live stream. I appreciate you. How are you doing today? Did you do any gaming today, or was today pretty much just a work day or a school day, or what's up with you? So I'm going to go in here and check out and see if I can upgrade any of the individual modules for the Samson 2 Type 2 destroyer, Tier 2 destroyer. And Unspoken Dawning, are you a big World of Warships fan or expert? I am not an expert, so I keep hoping somebody will show up in the chat who actually knows about this game and can give me some pointers. So this is the Samson. Let me go see what's in the tech tree here. So Unspoken Dawning says that they were spending time with the fam today. Very cool. Very cool. It's always great when you can get that in during the day. So anything exciting today, or was today just pretty much chill? Guess, no, that's right. All right. So Unspoken Dawning says, no idea about World of Warships, just like watching different games. Well, thanks so much. That's kind of what my whole channel is about. I'm a big variety gamer. I do a podcast and kind of blog about games, so it's kind of incumbent upon me to skirt through a bunch of new releases in a year. But in between that, I also try and get around and check other stuff out as well, in addition to, just the games that are newly releasing. So any particular favorite types of games that you like to watch?
I'm gonna kill you old style.
Thanks for the follow, OG Monster Tamer. Ed Droid, thanks so much for swinging by, brother. How you doing? Good to see you. Thanks so much for y'all swinging through. I do appreciate each and every one of you. So Unspoken Dawning, any... What you do horror? Yeah. So horror wise, I'm not a super huge horror fan. But I have played the Resident Evil 2 remake this year. Resident Evil 7 I'm a big fan of, and eventually I need to swing back and play through some more of that campaign. I did play Outlast back in the day. So I do a little bit of horror. I wouldn't say I'm a huge horror. There are a lot of horror gamers who there aren't but that many, kind of.
I'm gonna kill you old style.
AAA horror releases in a year. Thank you so much for the follow, Ed Droid, brother. How you doing? Thanks for jumping in here. I do appreciate you. Ed Droid is a big friend of mine from. It's Dave. Oh, okay, Dave Pecci, former, fellow podcast co-host who I've worked with for a number of years. Swinging through the live stream, I appreciate that, Dave. I noticed that you got into live streaming recently, so very cool. If you want to ever pop into the Flock chat for the E2KG network and talk about games and streaming, I would love to talk that over with you. I noticed you've been kind of into like your Pokemon, and have you been doing Terraria, Dave? Okay, right, Monster Hunter World. Okay, all right, cool. Edroid says, did you see my build in the stream team chat with my 2060 Super and my new fans? No, I didn't. But I will definitely check that out, Ed. So is it up and stable? Well, I guess have you burned it in and have you live streamed with it yet? I'm trying to get this game started, man. Y'all got me cognitively loaded here. It's hard enough with this game and all of its ins and outs. So I'm planning on taking this tier 2 destroyer out, and then but for my upgrade path for tonight, I'm trying to pick what my focus is going to be. So I'm going to take the Samson out, but then I want to see if I can get to the St. Louis so I can access it. The other thing I want to check and see is nope, you've done everything up. So I've improved all the modules for the Samson. Okay, so there's nothing I can do. That. I also wanted to check. Oh, what is that? No. So there's primary ship modules and cell. Keep wanting to see if you can individually name these things, but it doesn't appear that there's a way to do that. Edroid says, how do you properly break in a GPU? LOL. So, so back in the day, and I'm going to go ahead and get a scenario kicked off. And Unspoken Dawning, what horror games do you like to play, or do you like to watch being streamed? Because I'm curious to know about that. So back in the day, Ed, what you would run, and I mean, your GPU should get burnt in pretty appropriately if you run a set of benchmarks. If I remember my tool suites correctly, if you pull down the Passmark tool suite, I think that it has a burn-in loop available in it. A lot of times, what I would do is I would just run the 3D Mark benchmark and put it in loop mode and just have it run it over and over again. Eventually, I think they took that out from the free version, so that was a bit of a pain. Now, I said one of the big things I was going to do tonight was oh, okay. So that's one thing I wanted to figure out, was how to get into an overview map. And I also wanted to one of my big problems with this game is that nobody talks in it. So I'm like, full on naval engagement. Like, how are you doing it with no radio chatter? But Ed, if you can't burn in your GPU, I mean, like I said, I would have it. There's a few things you could do. Well, let me walk that back a little bit. If you pull out, like I said, if you pull down the Passmark suite, I think the Passmark suite has a burn-in loop in it. And what you can do is you can, even if it doesn't have loop mode, you can you could just run the test, several times in an hour to put some heat in your GPU. So I do apologize. One of the problems with this game is stay at base. Getting some overshoots there. Because it is difficult for me to keep an eye on the chat when I'm actually in a battle. Oh. Alright, now I'm going to come about to starboard, back down on the speed a little bit and try and tighten up the turn. Oh. Really, we're going to do like that. So I'm trying to pull this guy around, so now here's one thing. Oh. Got it with one torpedo. I don't know. Okay, so that's what I gotta do. Oh, snap. That's what I'm so bad about. Paracruise out. No, 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 no. So Unspoken Donnie says, I love the Resident Evil games. Okay, very cool. Very cool. Have you played all of them, Unspoken Dawning, or torpedoes? Torpedoes are becoming my bane. So I did figure out. So I did figure out how to get into this overview map. That was one thing that I wanted to figure out tonight. And then the other thing I want to do is I want to figure out how to, I should be able to pull up a list of the other players or the other ships in a scenario. So I can address them all by their name or by at least their ship name in a scenario. So I want to figure out how to do that tonight. Okay, so Unspoken Dawning has played... So Unspoken Dawning has played 4, 5, 7 in the remake of 2. Okay, all right, very cool. I played 1 way back in the day when it originally came out. I wasn't really a big fan of 1. The series really clicked for me, and I kind of fell in love with it with 2. I think I played 1 on the Sega Saturn, and then 2 I played on the PlayStation because I only had my Sega Saturn for about a year, and then I traded it in and got an OG PlayStation. And then I didn't play 3. I looped back to play 4. I think it came out free on some platform or another on PlayStation Plus or something. Maybe it came out free on the Nintendo eShop thing, because I want to say I thought I played it when I don't know. Maybe it became available on the Wii at some point under the Nintendo shop or whatever. And then I don't think... Maybe I have 5 somewhere. I definitely didn't play 6, but I put in... I got 7 at launch, but I haven't... I've played several hours of it, but I haven't gone back and really chugged through the campaign. And then I bought the Resident Evil 2 remake. Gunsmoker says, I'm excited for the Blair Witch game that's coming out at the end of the month. Looks really good. Yeah, that thing caught me by surprise during the E3 press conference. I thought, as the trailer opened, I was like, oh, it's an Alan Wake game. And I think it's actually the Alan Wake guys. I think it's Remedy that's doing that game. I could be wrong about that. I'll have to fact check that after I get off stream tonight. All right, so let's take out the Cromulent. This is a tier 1 cruiser. Let's see if we have any updates we can make. So I can upgrade the fire control system, looks like. Not research. I know it's not research. I don't have enough XP. I don't know. Why is it giving me this? So I'm in the Dresden now. Okay. So I need to get some more ship-specific XP in order to update its fire control system. Let's take her out. Yeah, I think I can't remember. Yeah, Control either came out the end of July or it's kind of like you mentioned, it's coming out this month. Very cool though. So, Unspoken Army, was there anything else that you saw at E3 that caught your eye? But yeah, Ed, barring just playing games or rendering a bunch of video or something like that, pretty much PC burning these days, I think your best bet is just to exercise it heavily, you know, on a day or a night that you're free, or a Saturday afternoon or something like that, and just play a bunch of games and do a bunch of live streaming and video rendering with it. Weird. I don't know why. Holy cow. That thing is upgraded to the max. What, I got like 6 or 7 gun turrets per side? Gun mounts per side? Might be able to toast some things up this match. I still...
Autopilot mode enabled.
Oh no. No. How do I get out of that? No.
Autopilot mode disabled.
Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. That's what I needed to do. Quick commands, quick responses, green imps. And those names are too complicated. I don't think I could type those very quickly. Okay, so I is looking forward to the Shadowkeep DLC, which will be, well, I guess it's just been recently delayed, so it was coming out soon. And the Monster Hunter DLC, and definitely Borderlands 3. Yeah, I think I've grown lukewarm on Borderlands 3. One of these things I definitely need to do is I need to figure out... I guess I'm charging for the enemy's control point. Yeah. I don't know what to do about torpedoes. It's like they come in and like there's like nothing you can do. Great. And what I don't want to do is I really don't want to engage these guys to port, because I don't want to give my position away while they're in the smoke screen. One of my problems is I have so many gun mounts that I like literally can't tell. I guess it's the ones that are green. I really don't like getting in and mixing it up too tightly with these small ships. It can really put a hurting on you. No. What you need to do is you need to turn to start. Yep. And just bring a ton of gun mounts to bear and just eat him up. There we go. Oh yeah, he's hurting. Down he goes. You deploy barrels or something to stop the torpedoes. Yeah, well, like I would like to deploy like decoys or something. Somebody fired off some torpedoes there. No, I haven't seen any. So if you look along as far as I can tell, if you look along the bottom there, I have high explosive rounds, armor piercing rounds, and repair crews. Is about the extent of what I can deploy as far as I understand. I've got 3 teammates hanging out back here. I mean, it's try and reduce my speed. So it's good that I I can see this list of teammates. Oh, we've lost 2 already. So let's call out Green Imps and Stewart. I don't think that's actually going to work. So what I can do is I could tell them to rendezvous. What is this? Sector F8.
Our team has taken the lead.
For some reason, my armor piercing rounds were armed. But yeah, unfortunately, Unspoken Dawning, I don't know. So one of the things I struggle with live streaming is particularly in the last few days, I've done really bad about time management as far as like I used to be very diligent about like the in-between stream stuff that I used to do, like video editing and grooming my overlays and other things like that. And it may be because I'm in the middle of moving, but I've gotten really bad about like doing all those things in between. And one of those things is like researching details about a new game. And so I wanted to go digging for like a list of commands and other things about this game, but by the time I got free after dinner tonight, I just didn't have. There we go. So I reckon that's gonna get somebody's attention. Now I'm in here capturing the base. But OG Monster Tamer or Dave, how have your live streams been going, man? Have you run into any problems, or are they clicking along pretty well? And have you found some people to get good advice and stuff from? Because I know that's it took me a very, very, very long time to figure out like how to find people that were kind of like-minded and I could lean on for tips and things like that. So I'm capturing the bait. Is that a win? Okay, I guess we just won through attrition. Very cool. It's also very cool when you take out one of your more powerful ships. I guess Dresden probably is my most powerful class of ship. Although St. Louis it's a tier 3 cruiser. But one thing about the Germans, man, they have their ships armed to the nines. All right. Let's see what upgrades we can work on. Anything? Can we get that? We juice that fire control system now. There we go. Unspoken Dawning says, LOL, I find the best way to learn is to just play or watch others. Yeah, so, no, you're absolutely right. My problem is, so with this particular game, as well as Star Citizen, which is another game I've been playing recently. Okay, so I need 2100 ship XP to get that. I'm just hitting some things where some things are really the things I need are, you know, not right there on the surface. So, you know, they don't surface when you just kind of scroll through the menus or the command list. And and one of my faults is, again, I don't do enough of getting around to watch other people play the game. It used to be what I would do is, you know, when I was onboarding a new game, I would play it a little while, and then when I got done streaming, I would go looking for somebody else who was streaming it. Like, I don't, like, it's really frustrating. Like, I feel like I should be, like, the fact that I'm mousing over this guy right here who's 1.6 kilometers out off my port bow, like, it would be nice if that would bring up his name so I would know who that is. And then if I wanted to say something to him, I could just quickly say something to him. Team members, division, and mission. I also wish, let's see if this works. So if I bring that up and I hit at, yeah, it doesn't, that doesn't immediately bring up people's names. Or, I wonder, so if I hit at, tab, no. If I open context menu. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't realize you could kind of GG people. Holy shnikes. Alright, so everybody's converging over here on, what point is this? Point Charlie. Now, this is a thing that I'm bad at. Oof. Yep, this guy's got I guarantee you this guy's got torpedoes. Both of them are turning to, are going broadside. I think it's not for a gun run. I think it's for, so they can fire torpedoes. In fact, torpedoes are, flippin' A. What? That's some trash right there. It's not cool at all. But then, yeah, that's the thing I find. What I find most frustrating is that nobody's on comms. So this would be a really great game to play, and could really be super interesting if people would get into the voice chat and actually coordinate their actions. But that is not what people do. So I think I've purchased all the upgrades for the Hashidate. What is that, a tier 1 cruiser? And then the Chikuma is the next one down. Not enough ship XP for that. I do think it's one of the things that's cool is that you need to actually spend time in the ship class, and that's how you earn XP to level up that specific ship. So now, Unspoken Dawning, what platforms do you play on? I've been trying to start drinking this coffee for like the last half hour. See, like, what I really want to have happen in this scenario is I really want these 3 ships, right, to approach A. Oh, okay. I wasn't even necessarily trying to say that, but that is what I wanted to say. A lot of small vessels out here. So yeah, so people are engaging in the text chat, but it's like, I don't feel like it's like actually worthwhile conversation. Like, okay, so Unspoken Dawning plays on Xbox, PS4, and just got a PC. Very cool. Almost all the things. Now, do you own a PS4 for Sony exclusives, or is that is it more a matter of that's where you have like a certain group of friends? Nope. Fights on. Really, I've got no shots on anyone. I head over and try and get myself in this guy's smoke cloud. Okay, so you do like Sony exclusives. So what Sony exclusives have you been playing of late? Dang, I don't know what that thing is, but it is mean fast. Come on, reload, fellas, reload. Man. Whatever this thing is, I hope it doesn't have torpedoes. Nope. That audio cue for torpedoes is not loud enough for me. I'm not picking up on it when I'm scoped in on an enemy. Okay, very cool. Played Spider-Man. So that was I skipped Spider-Man. Is this Shizuchi? It looks like I have some shipboard XP. Main armaments mod. Yeah, definitely need some damage control. Alright, something at the tech tree. Because it's tier 4. Oh, this is my. Okay. Yeah, I wound up skipping Spider-Man, but for Sony exclusives, I did play Horizon Zero Dawn. It was a big favorite of mine. Nope, let's get in here. So Smoking Dawning says the storyline was amazing, though definitely not what I was expecting. Covered a lot of tough subjects. Okay, I didn't realize it was kind of like progressively themed and tried to make a lot of commentary on social issues or anything.
Battle starts.
also don't understand what these pink units are. So what were some of the subjects they got into Unspoken? Oh, shots are nowhere near close. Way off. Come on, man, get it together. And why are those rounds so far behind him? Is he that fast? Come on, guys, before. Oh, those are some big hits. Yeah, Unspoken. I was asking, what kind of issues did it touch on that were like tough subjects? Yeah, and I don't like that the warning system for. But they take that guy down. Oh, wow. Got his engines. Let him just a wee bit too much there. Come on, Battleship. You seriously gotta load faster. Big barrage. So I'm not necessarily doing this deliberately, but it seems like it's doing well for me to... What is that? Those torpedoes. Seems like the smart thing for me to do was to stay on the kind of the outer rings where I have plenty of maneuvering room rather than getting here and getting into a fist fight with these guys up and close. Okay, chemical warfare, mental illness, and terrorism. Okay, yep, I can definitely
Our team has taken the lead.
see how those would be tough topics. Nice. Oof. And I'm getting some good hits on him, but he must be well armored. It's not like he's taking a huge amount of damage. Those are some big hits. Need to figure out how to blow the ship's horn too. Couldn't tell if any of those hit. No, he's done. That ends the scenario. Trying to figure out how to play. Ooh, Dota Underlords. Yeah, you're on your own with that, man. I can't like. Yeah, I couldn't imagine trying to grok to something like that. I should have checked out my team score. Just because those games are like they're those games that are tilted to, people who play them like all the time. And like, because I never, I'm never going to dive deep on like a single game like that. I'm just always, games like that, like I need there to be some type of like cooperative PvE kind of experience to, give me time to learn from other players and enjoy the game without just being, everybody else's bullet sponge. So... Undistributed 0.6. Oh yeah, thanks for the congratulations, Unspoken. Auto chess game. So this one apparently tells you which gun mounts they're bringing to bear for any singular engagement. Yes, I know auto chess. I've heard the term. I haven't dug deep on it. So what is an auto chess game, and why is it different than like any other kind of PC gaming chess? I mean, the only thing I've heard about it or that I've understood about it is that it is similar in format to or structure to like the holographic chess game that you see being played on the Millennium Falcon in in episode 4 of Star Wars. But other than that, I don't really know how it relates or translates to anything else. Well, at least I had something to force me to get into the ship's captain progression screen, because I didn't even know about that.
Battle starts.
And so yeah, I didn't realize I'm all the way out on the right hand flank. I'll swing back around to him, but I'll do that on the other side of this island. So Unspoken says, okay, you pick your units and buff them and watch them fight. Okay. Saying that it is basically similar, or like the holographic chess on episode 4. Yeah, I would imagine that game can be super hard, and that mastering it could be, that figuring out how to play would be pretty easy to on board with, but learning the things to master it, I imagine, would be difficult. So, Unspoken Dawning, have you been gaming for a very long time? Ooh, holy cow. I wasn't absolutely certain that my gun mounts had the range.
Our team has taken the lead.
As long as nobody notices me.
Our victory is in sight.
Dude kind of looks like he's a battleship too. Definitely don't need to run into another one out here. Ah, those shots were bad. That it? Winning blow. I'm pretty on and off, but I love watching people play. Not very cool, man. Yeah, it's always good when you, yeah, because I always, frequently, I always sometimes have a split between, watching and playing. Like, there are games that I would, like, not super interested in playing, but I don't mind watching people play them. And by the same token, games that I do play that, like, I don't want to watch, sitting and watching somebody else playing wouldn't be my thing. All right, we'll take the Ishizuchi out again. But yeah, man, that's cool. It's glad you're able to find, a good mix of, both games that you like to play as well as games that you like to watch other people play. That was one of my other problems too when I first started streaming. Like, it's like the games people were streaming were like games I didn't want to watch being played. So it also took me a while to kind of effectively tag, either on Twitch or in other social media channels, people who, I enjoyed watching them regardless of what game they were playing. Away we go.
Action stations.
So I appreciate what my teammates are trying to do, but I don't know why everybody is all charging. Like, let's point on the left flank. Oh. Oh, they didn't know where you were before. I think that was one of these guys down here who blew their ship's whistle. Right. So Smoking says he likes watching, or they like watching Overwatch, but don't like playing it so much. Yeah, and like you were asking about like survival horror games. Like I don't mind watching those, but you know, I don't necessarily play a ton of them myself. There's torpedoes in the water. All right, well, that worked out okay. So I'm not sure if I probably asked you before. What's going on? All right, some of those hit. Some hits. But I don't like this engagement as I'm having to split my fire. Keep slipping down in this chair. Oh. So those torpedoes fell far astern. Ah, come on. Engine incapacitated. Paracrews are already out, so. Blue Brain TV, you take my battleship. What's up, Brian? How you doing tonight? Thanks so much for swinging through. I appreciate you. Why do I have... Oh, come on. Should have like a ton of... What? Not cool at all. Great. So, Unspoken Dawning says, do you play any more pigs like WoW? Or the online Final Fantasy? I do not. It's a little weird. So I've never been, was never much into Morpigs because again, it's that kind of thing that takes a, whereas for me, in a given month, I might play, 10 or more different games. Playing a Morpig always made me felt like I would have to look at how much money I was spending on the monthly subscription and then establish a minimum number of hours per month that I felt like I had to do in that game to feel like I was getting my money's worth. So I tend not to do that. He's got no points. Oh, tech tree. Don't even know what ship I'm in right now. The Erie. Oh, are you saying Final Fantasy is grindy? Unspoken. The Blue Brain TV says my girl plays the hell out of Final Fantasy 14. Before that, she was big into Final Fantasy 11. Oh, so Erie is like the the first ship. So I guess I should go South Carolina, Wix, or Phoenix from here. Let's see if I can get into Wix. No. So we'll play the Erie. So yeah, Unspoken, I tend not to get into more pigs. Now, that all being said, I am spending more time in kind of online multiplayer grindy games. And there are a lot more of those games that are kind of catching my eye. Now, I think probably one of the things that would be part of that discussion is, what constitutes a Morpig today? Because we have a lot of things that look very Morpig-like that are persistent, but I wouldn't necessarily... Well, I don't know. I mean, there's an argument that they fit, the parameters that characterized that subgenre, definitely, minus the monthly fees. So I play a lot of things that are like online persistent world kind of thing. And I shouldn't say a lot, but there's a fair number that we have available to play on any given platform. So my battleship is just like slipping through here, silent and deadly. Oh, no. I misread what the F12 button was for. Oh, look at that. Got the range on it. Yeah. Oh boy. All right. So one of the things that I've got to get better about is blasted. Being overly prideful. Come on. No, lit him up. Now, one of the things I'm trying to do is I'm trying to present them my stern aspect, which will have a lower targetable cross section for them to aim at. So I want to bring it back around to port now. The Gluebrain says, I still love the idea of an online persistent world, but it has to be something fresh. Yeah, and I'm still whoa. And I'm a big fan of online persistent worlds as well. It's tough for me because, like I said, like there just aren't a lot of games that I'm like I want to play that game every day. Now again, some of that is and there we go. Neat little victory. The Blueberry TV says it's hard to catch that feeling like in the old EverQuest where everyone really had to adventure out somewhere unknown. All right, so I'm gonna just stick with the Airy. What am I doing wrong here? Unspoken Donnie says, LOL, I loved playing those. Still go back to it sometimes. Gloomane says, I'm trying to decide if I want to get a 4K Blu-ray player downstairs and bring the Xbox One upstairs. I'm such a boomer. I still like buying discs. Yeah, it's very interesting. I forget who or where I was having occasion to have this conversation. That's right. I think so. It was a podcast that I was listening to. I don't listen to them anymore. Who was bashing Microsoft for their decision to release the Xbox One S all digital edition, and one of the things I pulled together, from some market statistics and stuff was, several indications that the volume of purchases of UHD Blu-ray discs is decreasing, which makes sense to me. I went on a kick a few months ago about like buying Blu-ray discs, and but the reality was, and still, like, I've bought, like, I was going through the list of like the best 4K Blu-rays to own, and I'd bought like a number of them, but I mean, even today, like, they're sitting on a shelf, as yet unopened, and I was ordering like one. I was just ordering like a couple, like every 2 weeks or something, and then I just stopped because I was like, you've been doing this for like 2 months and you still haven't like opened these movies and took them out of the disc and watched them. And largely that's because, when you pull up a device or a screen, you have an option to simply play something that's right there available, digitally, and more often than not, that's what was happening to me. It was like, do I really want to, stop and break this thing out of the plastic and, put it in a disk drive and play it, or do I just want to pick, something that I see right at the top of the queue on my streaming services? So, I mean, like, whoa. So for very specific movies, right, like movies that are kind of like a visual spectacle, I guess, I would still do that, but at any rate, like I said, I had I had pulled together a bunch of market research and shown that, like, it made absolutely sense for Microsoft to offer, an all digital version of the Xbox for the people who don't want to buy discs, or that's just not their lifestyle or use case. Oh, I just got hit by something. right, he's down. All by myself. What is hitting me? Come on, come on, come on. Where's my reload? Oh, wow. He went down quick. And this guy is not paying attention to me. What? Oh, is that a good guy? It's not cool at all. Bluebrain TV says, yeah, I realize it's a shrinking market. I mean, even Samsung. Right. Exactly. Any 4K players streaming is just taking over. Yeah, and that was one of the things I pulled to show why there was a good market reason to do an all digital edition, right? It was exactly that. Samsung indicating that they were not going to make Blu-ray discs anymore and pulling entirely out of that market segment. All right, so now he's crossing behind. Shot. It's good hits, but he's gonna slip behind the island here. Yeah, that being said, I mean, I still think like it's I mean, there's good reason to buy stuff physically. Man, those rounds seem to land on either side of him. Oh, did I lose him? Oh, there he is. No, I wanted that killing blow. Yeah, but what would you get as a 4K Blu-ray player, Bluebrain? I mean, would you make that a console and put it down there? So one of the things I just recently did is I bought, I guess, a Sony 4K Blu-ray player to put on my family room TV. Just because I have Blu-ray players down here in the studio, but you know they're not right. They're not in like the kick back and relax like home theater kind of space, and that's where I wanted at least one Blu-ray player. So until we don't see, it looks like you're getting better. Bluebrain TV says, "Yeah, I was thinking of getting a Sony Blu-ray player." Yeah, and so that's what I have. Oh well, thanks, Unspoken Dawning. Yeah, there's as I'm leveling up. What is this stuff? Is this all loot boxes? coupons. Do I have? So I don't have enough doubloons. No, I didn't realize you could spend in-game currency. So not in this one though. That's real cash. Oh, what is this? Oh, wait. Need 200. Oh, I don't have whatever kind of coal. Okay, I thought that was just coins. I don't even know. Like, doesn't look like I have any coal, so I don't know what that would be. But yeah, Unspoken, I think. So part of it is I think I'm kind of settling in and remembering some of my studies of naval combat and maneuvering appropriately. It was hard to tell like how much of that like was actually incorporated in the game. Part of the problem is like I didn't naturally tend to maneuver the ship to be able to do a broadside shot and bring a lot of gun mounts to bear at one time. And a fellow streamer who I hang out with, he was in my chat last night and he mentioned, oh well, you should do this and blah blah blah. I was like, well, yeah, I mean, I know that, but part of the problem was when you first start, your ships have like 3 gun mounts, so that's great. You can bring 3 gun mounts to bear, but they're all like pea shooters, so it's like. But now as I'm getting ships that have like 6 gun mounts per side, turning to be able to broadside an enemy is definitely a good way to go because it allows you to bring 6 to 8 gun mounts to bear all at once. Okay, I didn't realize the Aerie was my first like intro level ship. Man, a lot of XP for that. I don't understand. What is its... All right. Unspoken says, I'm just going to get the new Xbox next year. Will be a good Blu-ray player. Yeah, that's true. At the end, I just went with a standalone Blu-ray player to put in my family room just because I didn't need like console functionality there. But yeah, I think if you're putting it somewhere where you're going to use it, I think definitely getting a console gives you way more versatility than just getting the standalone MP3 player. I don't know why I said MP3 player, but so you definitely need upgrades for your... Yeah, and so I haven't gone into PvP tonight. I may not. I may hold off and maybe try that again. What is this? Operation of the week. Huh, that's interesting. We're trying to get in to look at this blasted tech tree. Okay, so yeah, can't get into South Carolina. So I guess we'll stick with the Aerie. So what is... Select a ship of a suitable tier. Well, what are the suitable tiers? Like, I have tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 ships. I don't get this. All right. Yeah, I couldn't tell really what they were, how they wanted me to execute it specifically, so I just figured I'll just get out of that. So Bluebrain TV says, I'm doing it mainly because I find a lot of people want me to get on Discord even though I'm on Xbox Live. Bluebrain TV says, so downstairs I don't have a PC or anything, just the 4K TV and Xbox. So if I bring it upstairs, I can get some kind of a mixing program to get both audio streams and I should be good. Okay. But yeah, unspoken, you definitely need upgrades for your ship. There's, part of what I'm trying to surface is what is the real truth of the progression model. Because they've kind of gamified that, and that's, admittedly, it's one of the things that keeps me coming back and playing it. Oh, they haven't given me control yet. Guess I jumped the gun there just a wee bit.
Battle starts.
But yeah, I mean, you guys both have plenty of options, right? You can go with, one of the Xbox SKUs now. If you haven't bought a PS4 Pro, you could do that. Along and pushed a little bit to the right, so where are where'd those blasted torpedoes even come from? Critical damage. Ah, come on. That was oofta. Okay, Discord. We have a PS4 Pro, but it can't play 4K Blu-ray, and my girlfriend is taking that into her office along with the Switch. Blu-ray TV. I don't play the Switch much anyway, but I am looking forward to Astral Chain. That looks great. So let me just make sure I'm tracking Glue Brain. So are you which problem are you trying to solve? Are you trying to get capability to play back 4K UHD discs on your upstairs TV? Is that your priority, or are you trying to? I didn't quite follow the whole Discord thing. Are you trying to get? Yeah, I didn't follow the whole Discord thing. So I don't understand why getting into Discord necessitates you bringing an additional console upstairs that I guess is already in your downstairs area. Yes, I want to play UHD discs on my TV downstairs. Right now, I use the Xbox One X for that. Okay. But what are you trying to watch upstairs? Because you started this off talking about. Oh, or is it that your capability in the basement right now doesn't support you playing 4K back downstairs, and that's you're trying to get a player that can do 4K downstairs. Okay, right. Yeah, and so yeah, a lot of people do that. They bring their console up and attach it to their PC monitor, or their secondary PC monitor, so that they can have like the chat up on PC. But then be playing their console, on a display right next to the PC. Where are? Maybe, I guess this is maybe what gets presented to you when you have completely upgraded the ship. I don't know. I don't have time to figure out a whole new marketplace tonight. So what's throwing me off is that, like, when you... It used to be that it would default to this module view, or at least I thought it did. Okay, so I can take the St. Louis. Don't have enough for the research. All right, well, what are you going to do? Okay, so Bluebrain says, but when I play on Xbox Live, a lot of people want me to get on Discord, but I don't have a way to do that downstairs where it's just the TV and the Xbox. Okay. So I'd bring the Xbox upstairs and sit here next to the PC. Okay. And then, yeah, it was 65-inch TV, 4K TV, so I just want to make sure I can play my UHD discs But if I take yeah, but then you don't want to be running the Xbox back and forth between, downstairs and upstairs. So yeah, I get it. You want a little redundancy to increase your flexibility.
Battle starts.
Yeah, and I wonder now, since we're getting close to the end of the generation, if you would just, go to GameStop or wherever and like buy a used, or buy something used and try and use that. All right, so we got contact. Overshot. Oh. Oh, way overshot. Yeah, another use Xbox One S would be a good idea too. That may work. Okay, very cool. Where are those torpedoes coming from? Are you kidding me? Flipping A. Okay, good. At least they got him. Okay, and so now I'm at a domination point.
Our team has taken the lead.
Okay, so I'm taking B.
Our victory is in sight.
Torpedoes astern.
What? This dude and I are gonna have a serious conversation. Like, there is nowhere for me to maneuver to. He's constantly firing torpedoes and fouling my maneuvering solution. Takes forever for these ships to reverse course. Okay, good on me. I captured B.
Our victory is in sight.
Yeah. No, I don't want to be at full stop. Full astern. What? This guy's running through here like he's a Corvette. Come on. But yeah, Glue Brandon, hopefully that works out for you. Yeah, so it wasn't 4K, but yeah, near the end of the PlayStation console generation 7, I guess. Not near the end, I guess halfway through. Same thing. I had a PlayStation 3 and an Xbox upstairs, and I wanted the ability to play. I have my big plasma screen TV downstairs, and so I bought a. Well, actually, I think I had the PlayStation 3 downstairs, but I couldn't get that one. I could only connect to the internet over wireless, so it wasn't great for like gaming and stuff. So eventually I wanted one upstairs as well. Complete registration, claim your reward. Yeah, we need to do that when we are off stream some other time. Ooh, French destroyers. All right, so we're in the St. Louis. Okay, so now we can. Still not enough for that. Oh, and I only have 285 ship specific XP. All right, so we're going to hold off on purchasing upgrades until I can afford. Until I have the XP to buy that or unlock that. All right, so what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to play this one scenario, and then I gotta take a break because I think I gotta refresh my coffee. It's been a long day for me. I've been up since 6 a.m. my time, so I'm hitting about 18 hours at this point. The first half of the stream it's a bit warm. The house heated up pretty significantly today, and then it took a long time to cool it back off.
Battle starts.
Yeah, and that's that uptime isn't horrible, but I gotta watch. One of the things that's bad for me is I hit these low energy dips, and then what'll happen is I'll catch my second or third wind, and then I'll be fine. But things like, particularly like temperature, or cognitive lockup is a big thing too. So this is why it's not great for me to play. So at this time of night, if I were to play something like Super Mario World and hit a puzzle that it just wasn't immediately clear to me what I need to do to get through, as I tried to cognitively focus on and figure that out. The longer it takes me to figure that out starts to cause my brain, I think, to shut down. I just get really, really, really tired to a point where I can't fight it off. Now, by the same token, I could sit here and play the Division 2 and Destiny 2 all night long. But once I, am put in a position where I'm trying to figure something out, and so anything like that, like keyboard mappings or control schemes, or just something that I don't understand, or a progression model. So it's happened a couple times with this game. If I'm trying to figure out how to equip something, and it I'm left clicking on it and right clicking on it, and it's not equipping. As I sit there and struggle with that, I will start dozing off. So by about the time we get done with this scenario, I'll be at about the 2-hour point in a 3-hour live stream. So it's a good point to go refresh my coffee. The Glue Brain says, I get that way if there are too many options or minimaxing in a game. I do so much problem solving and stuff at work. I just can't be bothered. Right. Yeah, and so, in terms of game design, one of the big things I talk about has become more of a theme this year is, quality of life stuff. And so if the quality of life design elements are just so that doing something that's very simple is this like overly complicated workflow and buttonology that's just unnecessary and doesn't really add, those things, A, make me really tired, and then B, then I'm like, well, why would I ever play something that like forced me to do that? Like, I don't even know what this, like, what is this thing that this dude is in? Like, I don't know that I've even seen anything that small that's playable in the game. And some of these dudes really need to understand how ships maneuver and who has the right of way. So new video game day was at the end of July, and unfortunately, because of, like I said, the need to pack this room out, was not able to put that game up on the stream. Which for me, I picked up a Fire Emblem Three Kingdoms, I think, and then haven't been able to. I mean, I could play it, but I can't. I didn't want to configure it to stream it because, like I said, I got to break all this stuff down. And I don't understand why this guy isn't earning any XP. Like, and I don't feel like being bothered to figure out the new container stuff or whatever it costs in-game currency. Still can't buy it. So unspoken, this game is called World of Warships. So this is a online real-time squad-based MMO, if you will, or at least multiplayer. Not MMO, but multiplayer game. Okay, we're going to go one more before we take that coffee break, because I'm just going to be making instant coffee, so we can push it a little bit longer on the time. But yeah, this is called World of Warships. It is free, right? Yes, it's free. You can get it from Steam if you're somebody who doesn't have any big issue with Steam. And if you want to pay for any DLC because you want certain features or whatever, those I think at most GameStops, you'll not GameStops. So yeah, if you go to Steam, you can just get the base game for free. There are several additional DLC packs as well that you can get.
Battle starts.
Okay, so with this wound up being really short because in that scenario I had taken a bunch of friendly fire. And then when I encountered the enemy, I got taken down pretty quickly. And I got penned in because I was on the other side of this island here. I got penned into like a lagoon or something and couldn't maneuver once started getting fired upon. Hopefully this time it will turn out better. All right, Glue Brand, thanks so much for stopping through, man. I really appreciate you, and I really enjoy your conversation as well, too, in the chat. So thanks so much for swinging through. I do appreciate it. I don't talk about it a lot because I don't really like to, put any pressure on anybody, but it does help you guys being here. Was one of the things I'm trying to do is go ahead and make affiliate, and what's hurting me is the concurrent viewers. So I'm fine on the follower account. What I need to finish up is having live streams with enough concurrent viewers. And I think I'm pretty close. But still a little bit of a ways to go. Whoa, what the heck was that? Oh my gosh. Hey, Monster Tamer, thanks so much for the raid. I appreciate you coming through. You are epic clutch, my friend. Certainly appreciate it. I'm getting eaten alive here. Do I have repair crews? I do not have repair crews available. We're in good position to take this guy out, but nice. Oftentimes when you're bracketing fire with an enemy in between you is a good time to be subjected to friendly fire. I feel like I should be doing a lot better in this scenario with all the upgrades I have on this vessel. So thanks so much, Dave. I appreciate you coming through with the raid, man. That's huge. I was just telling the guys in my chat that I appreciate them hanging out tonight because, like I said, I don't like to talk about it because I don't like to, put any pressure on anybody or beg anybody for anything. But I'm very close to tipping over to affiliate. Well, my problem is concurrent viewers, so I'm good on followers, but so like I said, I've been very appreciative of people hanging out. Because what would be really nice is if I could just tip over before I have to completely shut the studio down for the move. I've been I don't know, I would work through it, but it would be disheartening to have gone through like a big push and then be so close to tipping over to affiliate and then have to shut everything down for some amount of time and to have to kind of start over. So thanks again for the raid, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, so I'm going to be downsizing, trying to free up some additional disposable cash to put away into savings, and just my needs for video production and stuff can be met in a smaller home, right? As long as I have a big enough space to put the studio in, then like the other dressings and hangings on of a house don't need to be, don't need to be as much as they are in this house. So apologize for that if that was a big clang. But but that's what that's the maneuver I'm trying to pull. Oh yeah, no problem, Dave. I have no problems doing a retweet. I'm not as not as frequently and as focused on Twitter during the day. Actually, I had it uninstalled from my phone for a very long time, but I'm trying to get back to it. So yeah, I don't. If I see your and I've gotten out of scrolling Twitter. I think is one of my big things I've tried to do to try and control my internet rage is I try and only read like on Twitter or Facebook. I try. What the heck is that out there? Victory. Is I try just not to like. I read like the things at the top of my queue, and then I try not to scroll down because I inevitably find something that makes me angry when I scroll down. But yeah, man, no problem at all. All right, so we're going to continue grinding away in the St. Louis. I was talking about how vapor locking at night when I'm on the verge of being tired can often tip me over the edge and start making me doze off if I like run into something in a game that I can't figure out. And I had a little bit of that probably about like 30 minutes ago. I was starting to fade out because I was getting to this screen and it was giving me this new features dialogue, and I'm like, yeah, but where are the component upgrades? I was just too tired to remember that it's over here under the module menu. I keep trying to get enough done to unlock this. We still got a ways to go, so. All right, Dave, thanks so much for stopping through, man. I definitely appreciate it. Thanks so much for the raid as well. Every little bit helps. And have a good night, and hopefully you've got time to get some other things done. I appreciate it. All right, so I guess we'll just go back out into the world. So this is I'm definitely going to do this, and then I'm definitely going to step away for about 5 minutes and go refresh my coffee. I definitely need that pick me up at this point. I've been trying to figure out things with the Go XLR mixer. I have not successfully figured that out so far. I wonder if it's something weird in the configuration that I gotta go figure out, but I keep hitting like the different voice mod things and keep not getting any change in how my voice is being modulated. I haven't figured that out just yet. Hopefully I'll be able to figure that out here over the next, maybe as I'm getting ready to shut things down, or limited in how much stuff I can play with. Maybe I'll have some time to troubleshoot this and figure out, because these voice mods are just kind of supposed to work out of the box. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what the deal is with those. Yeah, but I've actually had a surprisingly good time with this game tonight. One thing I will say is, although it's a super grind, basically all I'm doing is trying to get enough XP and stuff to buy upgrades for all these ships, because I think in PvP, if you don't have all the upgrades, like, you just get hammered. I think anybody who plays PvP, they've putting super tons of time and literally have every upgrade. It's interesting how there's a number of forces in the archipelago in the middle of the map. That would seem to be not a place you'd want to get engaged in a big fight, but that's where everybody flooded to. That's because it looks complicated but fun. Yeah, actually, I don't feel like it is complicated. And I've played like a lot of like nautical and space simulation of like shipboard operations. And what is going on here? Flippin' do. And actually, I feel like I'm accustomed to things like this being way more complicated, actually. Got this guy. Is that gonna get him? Boom! That's like sticking a Michael Jordan shot right there over the edge of the island to actually make contact. This might be an overshoot. Plus, I shouldn't expect to get that lucky twice. He is fouling my line of fire. Here we go. Should have been my kill. But yeah, I don't. That's actually one of the reasons why I'm enjoying it to a certain extent. Is that a carrier? Holy crikey. Okay, so I guess that's why I've seen the aircraft symbology up. That is not cool. I have no idea what my anti-aircraft capabilities are. Good hits. Overshoot. I'm gonna go ahead and flip to armor piercing rounds. Couple good hits. But yeah, I mean, one of the reasons why I'm sticking with this, even though last night I felt like I was gonna fall off of it. Just mainly because I feel like, again, in a game of naval combat, I would expect a lot of radio chatter and people talking it up and coordinating, but that's not what people are doing here. And so from that aspect, it's a little dissatisfying. Scoring some hits. I don't know why the forward gun mounts are like curveballing it like that. Alright, I'm gonna try and square up. Is he backing down? Okay, those are good hits. Alright, Now let's go ahead and flip back over to the high explosive ammo. Press the H key. What am I pressing the H key for? Use HE rounds. Yeah, I flipped the HE rounds. Those are actually. I don't know. Maybe there's multiple ways to do it, but I'm just switching ammo types using the number keys like it has on the bottom edge of the screen there on the HUD. Where you hit 1 for HE rounds, 2 for armor piercing. And there it goes. But thanks for the tips. I do appreciate it. Cantodel, are you a big World of Warships expert, Cantodel? Oh, 3 campaigns. Yeah, I'm not going to get into campaigns tonight because I've got about an hour left in the live stream. I don't know how long a campaign's going to take, but I don't want to get hung up in anything that I have to stick with that takes me past my normal stream time because it's very late and I was up overly late last night as well. Okay, so Kento says that they're sort of World of Warships fan. Very cool. How long have you been playing Kento Del? Oh, wow. Containers get flags. You've been playing for 4 years. Yeah, I would say you were definitely an expert at this point. Yeah, so I'm not going to try and recruit somebody right now. Yeah, Kento Del, and I'll check out if by containers you mean buying this stuff, whether it's with in-game currency or whatnot. I'm gonna work on that stuff later off stream, I think. Very cool. So what? So let me ask you, Kento Del. You've been playing for 4 years. So one of my big things that I'm looking for in order to onboard this game is like something that is recurring in my short list of grind games. Is I'm looking for where people are in radio comms. So. like I've seen, basically nobody really being in voice comms or chat. I have seen some people, respond via the chat console, but that's been about it. I don't know why I started another one without taking my break to step away for a second. So we're definitely gonna have to do that after this one. Hopefully we can actually get through this one without me having to step away.
Action stations.
They do. So you're saying people do get into voice channels? Do they? I mean, where or when? I mean, is it people do it in game modes where they are playing with people that they know? Because granted, admittedly, I've just been playing with randos, so. I forget what my push to talk key is. Maybe it's V. Yeah, V. Yeah, just yeah, I can't tell. For me, I mean, no matter how I've tried to hail people, I just don't like get anybody on the radio in this game. Oh. Okay, so he got the gig for causing me damage. Oh, there's some long-range shells coming in. Yeah, but right, co-op you're fighting against bots, but the people on your team are people, and that's who I'm expecting to like be in voice chat. Ooh, I got 3 enemies on. This is not a good situation. Looks like he's got some damage to deal with for a little bit. Might allow me to maneuver and extend an escape. Alright, so those scored some good hits. Yeah, they have clans and guilds in this game. Yeah, I mean, that's what I figured that, you know, when I saw that, like, nobody was in chat ever in public matches, that must be you know, people are in chat in like their own personal Discord channels, and as you mentioned, like clans and guilds and private chats and stuff, which is fine. It just creates a little bit of, you know, organizational overhead for me to go seek those things out to engage in chat. You know, for a game that's like, I don't, you know, is not a game that I'm going to sit on for, you know, 5, 6, 7, 8 days at a time. I mean, I have pulled like the people that I normally game and hang out with to see if anybody plays. And actually last night, another streamer that I hang out with, he did pop in to the game, and he and I were able to get some coordination going just over in-game chat. So that was pretty cool. All right, well, look, I hope you guys hang out. I do have to step away for a break and use the restroom and top off my coffee here really quick. But hopefully you guys will continue to hang out. I will try and be back in 5 minutes or less. And in the meantime, I'll put you guys on the BRB scene so you have something to check out for my YouTube channel while I step away and grab some more coffee. Don't do a backflip on this one. Ooh. Come on. What the heck is going? What? No, am I supposed to go vertical here? Flippin' A, I'm never gonna get that. What the heck? Or is it that I'm supposed to get enough? There may be something I'm not figuring out here. It could be... No, you know what it is? Hold on. Oh. What it is I'm supposed to... Yeah, I'm gonna have to start that over. I think I'm supposed to get scooped up by that thing and get some extra momentum to get up over the hump. Oof. And actually, I mean, so you can do a run and take some take some faults, but the problem is often they start you somewhere where it's really hard to, because you don't have the speed. Over-rotated. Blast it. Oh, that's what I need to do. I need to get picked up and kind of rock back and forth in that thing. And yeah, and then there's a thing up there. All right. And this is just kind of what Trials Fusion is. It is this big, long, grindy game through multiple challenges that sometimes requires you to do a crap ton of trial and error. And sometimes it is not fun. Sometimes it is frustrating. Frack. I can see this morning I'm just not going to get a lot done. So it's actually good that I'm doing this as a local game capture and not so much on stream. No. Flipping A. Gah. So this is actually my first Trials game that I played. I think I played the demo of Trials Fusion and didn't really particularly care for it. Again, I think I had problems kind of... What the heck? Understanding what this game really is. This iteration, I think I've got my head wrapped around. I don't don't know why the bike is bucking like that. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just this is just kind of a big erector set physics engine. Ugh. Snap it. This is this is the thing that really gets frustrating to me when I'm like, okay, so like the first 5 times I did this, I got it, and now all of a sudden, like, I'm crashing at that part. Like, I don't know what I did to get it right the first time, so I don't know what I'm doing that makes it wrong. Ugh. And these are these days with this game that I'm just like, I just want to put it away. Like F1 2019 had some aspects to it that were frustrating, but, you know, in a 2-hour block of time, I felt freaking, oh, okay. That's another thing that's tough. You have to, a lot of times you feel like you're about to derp it, and then you're like, oh no, you actually pulled that off. Is that gonna make it? Is that gonna make it? No! Oh, no, you missed it. I'm actually stuck. Flippin' A. Gosh. Great. Nope. So right now I'm just trying to recon this segment and figure out what the heck it is I'm supposed to do. Almost. Oh, you almost had it there. Okay, there you go. You were trying to leave too late. Alright, so let's try this again. Nope, you cannot do that. Yeah, but this is one of these days where for an hour of game time I may do nothing but you know, I tried the one thing and failed it, and I may do nothing but work through to get this. When I'm not thinking, I just automatically go into the backflip, and I gotta remember not to here. Scoop it. There you go. And then, right, and then a lot of times you'll get these and they're not as tough as you thought they were. Like that little segment. Oh, flip. It's just, I screwed it up because I thought I went into the backflip and thought I wasn't going to land it, and then I actually did land it, and then I screwed it up because I thought I was already out. And I almost think this is almost more a game of temperament than... The big thing is just, can you deal with the constant failure? Great. So other pieces of equipment that I'm using to render the game capture this morning. am using an Elgato HD60S for a capture card. For webcam this morning, I'm using the Logitech C930E. For a microphone, I'm using the Samson G-Track Pro. Always really super satisfied and impressed with Samson mics. Can't go wrong with them. Have yet to use a Samson mic that I'm not happy with. Flippin' A. Now for in-game audio this morning, I am using All right, hey, welcome back, everybody. Thanks so much for continuing to hang out in the chat. If you're still here from when I was gaming a little bit ago. Hey, Kent Odell, are you still in the chat? And if you are, so I guess a question about like the clans and guilds and stuff. Are there clans and guilds that are like accommodating of somebody who wouldn't like play this like all the time, or are they like mostly like hardcore, like, play almost every kind of, almost every night of the week kind of clans or guilds? I guess I will probably have to, if I want to continue playing this. Although, like I said, I didn't have intentions of this becoming one of my grind games, but I may have to commit to spending some time with a guild or clan to get a little more ingrained and find some people who are in voice chat and whatnot. Both? Okay, very cool. Well, I will try and see if I can find a casual guild or clan, or a guild or clan that's accommodating of casual players. Now that's something I don't know how to do, the anti-aircraft sector reinforcement. Although I don't really know if I have any ships that have any decent anti-aircraft guns. Okay, we have about 32 minutes left in the live stream tonight. Yeah. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why your number of comments are limited per day. Or number of compliments. So I guess I'll head. Yeah, I guess I'll head and try and secure A. Got enemy on already. It's probably out beyond my max range, barely. Starting to get there though. big overshoot. Whew. Boom. 3 shots on. That got his attention. Boom. Oof. Alright. Let's make it here. Oh, nice. Who's that in there responding for backup? Oh. Who launched those torpedoes? I wonder if he launched them a few minutes ago. But why do I not have... It's gonna be flocking A. Freaking torpedoes, dude. So ridiculous. Makes me super angry. Great. Skill points to distribute. $236 off from that upgrade. So are you saying so the Japanese cruisers have torpedoes or have anti-aircraft guns? I'm not sure which comment you were responding to, Kent. Both. Okay, have torpedoes and anti-aircraft guns. Okay, very cool. So Kent, so my impression of this game so far is that, not so far, but what it looks like to me is that you just gotta kind of grind through co-op to earn, the maximum number of unlocks you can get through, and then, along the way periodically dip into PvP, but really it's grind through PvE, and then once you get enough upgrades and unlocks, then start playing PvP. Is that accurate? Because I don't understand how you would be competitive in PvP if you just don't have the unlocks that other people who have done the super grind have been through. And I'm assuming that that's why they allow you to just buy some of these upgrades and ships outright, as to people who want to get into PvP so that they don't have to go through 100 hours of grind to get to a point where they have a fleet of ships that, where they can select ones that are competitive when they go up against other humans? Or is there some other kind of way to get through the progression model? Right, so when you say you have to decide what you want to play, are you saying you have to decide whether or not you want to play PvP or PvE? Oh. Send him to Davy Jones' locker. Let's wrap this up. There we go.
We destroyed an enemy cruiser.
Okay, PvP gives more cash in game. Yeah, that would definitely make sense. So I guess you could go into PvP and get those cheeks clapped and just suck that down while gaining more in-game currency to hopefully get through upgrades faster. All right, there we go.
Our team has taken the lead.
Oh, is this an enemy on right here? No. That ship's sinking. Yeah, because I went into PvP and just got trounced. Now, I tried to go into PvP when I had barely any unlocks done, so I feel like I've got maybe not enough unlocks, but unlocks where I wouldn't necessarily just get completely trounced just because I didn't even have certain ships and weapon systems, so I can't actually tell what this ship is doing. My shots. Nice tea.
Cruiser sunk. Our victory is in sight.
So Kent, how do you still play regularly, or how often do you play?
Our victory is in sight.
Oh, why does this thing... Oh, this is the base Cromulent. This thing only has 2 damn gun mounts. Lucky I didn't get my own cheeks clapped this time coming out. It's like there's the last op 4. You guys can do that. I'm just going to close into the command capture zone here. Okay, so you play every day. Wow. And do you run with like a regular clan or guild or anything? Okay, I'll go out one more time in the Cromulent, and then after that I'll switch up to the Dresden. All right, here we go. Yeah, yes, I really like the German ships. I find that they tend to be stuffed to the gills with gun mounts. I really tend to like them. And it might be this class of ship. They also, I don't know, I feel like whenever I'm sailing a German ship, it has a very clear and pointed purpose in design for that ship class. Either they're like bristling with guns or they're super fast and maneuverable. Whereas I feel like some of the other nation ships just don't feel as like pure and directed as some of the German classes do, which is fine. I mean, those other country ships often feel more balanced, so I appreciate that as well. But I do like just taking in like just like a sailing gun battery. Which I think that's what the Dresden is. The Dresden 2. When I switch up to it, we can check that out. I mean, you probably Ken. I'm sure you know about it, but BBs or stab are your battleships? Is that what you're talking about? Ooh, fight's on. Really struggling to find the range with this guy. I got him. Yo. Right in the face. Okay, and Kent did confirm that he was talking about battleships. Oh, big overshot. All right, over there, Eager Beaver. It's just not a hey. Let's send a lot of rounds down this way. Goes repair my own damage. Speed up. Did you manage to finish repairs? Alright, so I wasn't to blame for that. I want to say thanks a lot, Kent Odell. You've definitely taught me a few things about the game and given me some insight of things that I may not have discovered until I did so either painfully or just after a long amount of time. Clutch. All right, let's see if I can get over and help this guy out. Now he's got that guy down. He's got him down to. He doesn't have a ton of health left. Probably finish him off before I can get all the way over there. All right. Nice job, guys. Good. All right. Thanks so much, Kent. I appreciate it. It's been a good night. I've had lost a few matches, but even the ones that we lost were still good matches overall. I'm kinda glad I didn't contact shift over to Star Citizen as I had originally planned. Well, I kept that idea as a bailout because last night I did not have as good a time playing World of Warships. New skill points distributed. It's one thing I got to figure out. I don't understand how these guys earn skill points. Alright, I don't think I have any upgrades or anything I can do here. Both of these I think are a wee bit of... Well, this one. So, Keno Deslas, you will get captains for the ships. Yeah, I've gotten a few already, and I've already applied one level up for each of them. And then, yeah, I periodically see... Yeah, so this is yeah, so I flipped to the Dresden and you can see it's got like 6 gun mounts per side. It's redonk. So it's popping off already. So I think this is going to be provided this is a victory, because I'm not going to go to bed losing. This will probably be my last mission for the night. Hopefully things will go well. So I want to thank all of you guys who came by to hang out in the chat. I do appreciate that very much. Very, very, very much. Hoping I can pull metrics tonight, and hopefully it'll say that I have met the requirements for the affiliate program. That would be huge before I have to tear everything down for the move. If you happen to be watching the archive version of this on the Rounding Off Infinity Gaming channel on YouTube, I appreciate you as well. Please feel free to like the video. And subscribe to the channel so you just know whenever I post new content. Okay.
I'm gonna kill you old style.
Hey Ken, thanks so much for the follow, man. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate the time that you spent tonight kind of tutoring me on some of the finer points of this game. What do we got here? What do I get? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That's one way to take out an enemy cruiser, I guess. Man, we were actually getting housed. We were down 3 ships already. Surprising. Alright. So we're gonna run one more scenario to wrap the night up, because we don't want to go out losing. The ship is in battle. So as I mentioned, we've got one more session in World of Warships. We'll be playing that tomorrow night. And we'll probably do the same thing. We'll probably just go ahead and dedicate the whole 3-hour time block to a World of Warships. While I kind of desperately do want to spend some more time in Star Citizen driving my new ship, I think we can spend a couple days not worrying about that for right now. And then after that, so what will start Wednesday night, we'll be going back. I got to double check my notes, but I believe the plan is that we'll be going back to the Division 2 on PC. Looking very forward to that. The Division 2 being one of my favorite games for released in 2019. Seems like everybody's faster than me this time out. I don't even know what these are. I don't even know if these are little frigates or corvettes. I didn't think those were in the game, but I mean, they don't present as on the tree as something you can select, but clearly they're in the game. Okay, so we've got one shot on him. This guy's a toast. He's got like 3 enemy ships on now. So this is where I get aggravated. I'm like, you got 3 enemy ships on. Why is it me that you choose to fire those blasted torpedoes at? Come on. Nice. He is down. Oh, no. Where are those torpedoes coming from? Ooh. You're about to get a big reveal, son. Oh, man. No. What? No. Oh, wow. I don't know how he went down like that. Little ship. switch over to armor piercing. Yeah, he was just trying to bust her through there.
Team has taken the lead.
Stupid. I forgot which way the bow faces. All right, let's switch back over to HE. Can't really send the repair crews out. It's probably the most damage that I've taken. This is definitely the most damage that I've ever taken in a mission and still survived. Well, maybe that's not true. I'm looking at the actual health meter. I think the cosmetic representation of my damage makes me feel like it's much worse than the health meter actually shows. I think he just took out the last ship. There we go. That is it. All right. Well, again, thanks so much for everybody who joined in on the live stream. Thanks so much, Kent, for all the tips. I'll be back on tomorrow night playing a little more World of Warships. And Kent, if you're up and want to stop by, we can tag up if you want and play some co-op or go into a couple PvP matches. Let me know if you'd be interested in that. So with that, good hunting. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe out there. Play the games that you like and stream the games that you love. Once again, my name has been Agasically Stamus from the E2KG Network podcasting channel on YouTube, as well as the Rounding Off Infinity gaming channel on YouTube. That's going to do it for me for tonight. I'm out of here. Good night, good luck, and good gaming.